One of the first steps in making a sound effects library is research. And what better place to research superheroes than a comic book store? So, we are in Oz's world. What do we do, man? What do we got?
All right, well, let's check out some comics.
We're checking out comics.
Oz reads lots of comic books. He talks about comic books. He gets pissed when I suggest that we watch another movie that doesn't have to do with superheroes.
If we have any questions, we go to Oz, and Oz really does know his stuff.
Comics are definitely my thing. That's what I do 24 hours a day. I'm constantly reading comic books. I really enjoyed getting to show everyone the comics. It was great because everyone had something that they were already interested in. You know, whether it was some Vertigo comics or some Image comics or even just straight mainstream DC and Marvel comics.
All right, so here's the real question. DC or Marvel?
I'm DC.
DC! Anybody else have a preference? DC?
I'm not really a Marvel DC kind of guy. I don't really go for the mainstream superheroes as much.
I mean, I'm kind of like a pseudo Marvel fan. I've never really read any comics or anything, but I've always just been attracted to the Marvel universe.
My favorite comic book hero is Batman, but mainly because he wears a lot of black.
The comic book shop was awesome because I learned a lot about all these different types of comics, these different people who write them and all the publishers, and it was a great time.
While I was in the comic book store, I found a book full of these giant words that I've never seen before that were really cool. Like there was a building explosion and there was more word on the page than actual like comic book art. It was pretty cool.
In comic books, a lot of people don't even notice the sound effects in there, but they're there on every page. Every superhero makes a sound. You know, Wolverine's claws go snicking, and Spider-Man goes the thwip with his web.
The thwack and the smashes and the pows.
Every superhero has sound effects written there on the page. It's definitely very important to bring those sounds to life.
No! Hopefully we can make some stuff sound like crazy comic book stuff.
This week we had Matt Busch and LinZy come over for a photo shoot for the poster they're going to be drawing for this season.
It was really cool because we sat down beforehand to conceptualize what we actually wanted for the poster.
Matt Busch is an internationally known artist. He's doing a pretty sweet poster of us in superhero and supervillain garb.
LinZy is another great artist. She does her own art. She collaborates with Matt on a lot of stuff. At the photo shoot, she was pretty much in charge of us, telling us what to do, poses, helping us like arrange our bodies in certain ways.
We had dozens of pictures taken of each of us in all of our favorite superhero poses. We did some flying, we did punching, Casper did this cool ground slam thing.
I really loved Ty's pose. I think he was going for a XLR whip and, you know, riding something.
I did the Slim Pickens on the nuke thing. It was fun.
Basically, they're going to use these photos for reference to draw the amazing poster that they're going to do.
They're going to turn it into something really cool, I'm sure. They have a lot of ideas and they're really creative people, so they should come up with something that will surprise and impress all of us.
I missed you.
I missed you too. Mr. Rick.
It's gonna be so much fun. I'll give you 20 minutes to stop this.